And hello! How is everyone?
Sorry for the bad lighting.
Yes, we've decided for once we're doing an afternoon session rather than evening session, which means you get natural light on half my face.
Meaning you actually see me.
Yes, we can actually see you.
I will
For
probably
once.
have to switch my lighting my lighting setup at some point because at some point the sun starts shining
Yeah.
in right directly on the camera, and then I'll have to close the curtain, turn on the lights.
Yeah, that is. Yes, we geeks prefer
Our night creatures.
Actually, Ysdred, do you mind just slightly moving your camera so that it's bit better centered? Perfect.
Yay!
There you go. Right. Yes. Enjoy it, folks. Before Ysdred goes back into her gloomy. Yeah.
To my dark affairs.
Well. Right. We no intro again today. Because we've decided that we're going to put them a bit more, I get organically within the setting, right? As in, they'll show up when they need to happen. But for now, we left off as you had just dueled to the death. And shown yourselves as friends of King Gullop the 19th. A title that is pretty much as worthless as a bullywug's croak. And you've been left with, again, Ysdred, as you sort of plunged into yourself, trying to follow that feeling of something missing, something lost, something near. Sort of pointed you in the direction of the center of the lake, looking upwards, as what you are missing might be up there.
My compass.
Yes. By the way, this I have to yeah. Well. So you are now left with you have left with a mission, which is to bring to the hag, to Bavlorva, her lost book of her big book of bad blood.
Yep.
Do I know something, like it's probably unlikely for Ysdred, but do I know something about maybe being close to my mom, about those kind of objects that are close to, a being of power in a domain? I don't know.
How do you mean?
Do I know if there's some importance to that book? Something peculiar or not at all?
The fact is, it might be important to her because it is clearly something that she's put her mind to it, right? It is a ledger of all the misery she's put out there, and hags do feed on misery. So this could be, for all intents and purposes, this could be like a diet plan, right? Or it might be a way for her to reconnect. It's a ledger. It's an accountant. It's a ledger. It was stolen from her, and hags are particular about things being stolen. This, we're not, if we're talking about hags, it's not like a phylactery, right? If this, maybe that's what you were trying to ask.
No.
It's something that belongs to her, and therefore, like any possessive being, we have a tendency of not liking when our stuff goes missing.
Yeah, my question was more about, is it an object or is it an object of power?
Object, okay.
Like,
yeah, I think that this would most likely be more of an object than an object of power.
okay.
it doesn't radiate. I think you had done sort of the detect magic. There is a detect magic. There is magic about the book, but from what you understood, it was more about preservation rather than actual, or it would be sort of background radiation rather than actual magical book with spells and stuff like that. But then again, a spell book can be, who knows, maybe this particular book serves as a way to no, let me put it this way. Sometimes an object to be focused for a spell doesn't need to be magical. Right? So the same way we saw at the end of our Tomb of Annihilation, where the Black Crown was inherently non-magical, but could have been used for a grand ritual. So who knows? Maybe we don't know what this book has for Bavlorna. Maybe it is her focus. Maybe it's her way of concentrating on. Who knows what would happen if it were destroyed, for example. I can tell you one thing: she'll be mad, definitely.
Oh yeah, and as long as we have it, it's a way to negotiate with her, potentially.
Potentially. Negotiating with a hag is always a bit.
Yeah. But it's better to have it and say, if you destroy us, that gets destroyed with us, and don't you want it back? As a starting as an entrance.
Yeah, but I think there's a bit of irony in let's negotiate so we can give that back to you and you can put all names in your book. That's
Mm-hmm.
there's a bit of irony in it.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. So, Anna, Plum, Tavaren, Ysdred, what do you do?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Technically, we're already. We should be on our way out very quickly, so yeah.
Yes.
How many air balloons are there on the that we've seen?
So with regards to hot air balloons, you've only ever you've seen one here, the one that was being sort of inflated by those two bullywugs at your arrival.
Yeah.
You haven't seen any others for now. However, you do see just on the edge of that pier over there is that a rain cloud balloon.
Right, the VIP.
Yeah.
Which of course you would guess is not exactly from here.
No, we know that it's envoys from Bavlona's sister, and they come from Jan.
Yes.
We even know that the envoys are darklings.
Yes, you do. Whoop. Not this one. That's not what I want. Do I have... There we go. Up. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes. Yeah. Very.
I would actually say that over the water, you do hear you do hear a voice calling out, not necessarily to you, Let me just get the right. Here we go. You hear sort of calling out, "Wondrous wares and fair fares, limited time only. Items from all over, of curiosities from neverwhere."
We could look. Maybe we have something to help us in our adventures.
We can certainly go have a look. Just be careful.
It's on our way.
Yes.
Okay. Well, feel free to head towards it.
Where did it come from? Because our vision is pretty
Upside.
limited
We
on that
don't
map.
see the map anymore, so
Yeah.
it's like...
Yeah.
It's upside.
Where, there's, it's not an explorable darkness mode.
What?
It is for me.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's
no,
explorable, but everything that we had seen
had explored
before-
previously has disappeared.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We have lost all our previous vision.
Yeah.
Rabble.
Okay, I will deal with that
Later.
I mean, if we're not going to be on this map much longer, then
You've explored maybe half of it.
okay.
Yeah.
No, there's still quite a bit to explore.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I have?
Oh wait. Oh, I also.
Why was
Ooh,
I kicked?
okay.
Ooh.
Charming.
Yeah, charming.
Yeah. As you sort of walk up to the balloon, the little hut that you saw in the image is plum sized, right? As in, Tavaren, you're pretty sure that you would not be able to fit inside this little hut, or what I guess would be the cradle of the balloon.
Okay. Well, that's not going to be a problem.
Here we go. Let me just find you the description. A big black balloon floats over the lake, tugging at its mooring. Beneath it hangs a basket made of black wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant's stall. Large pane of grey glass is drawn close across the opening above the counter. A sound mounted over the window reads, "Wondrous wares and fair fares." The balloon is not, however, made of fabric, but rather appears to be rolling dark rain cloud that has been somehow contained with lines and netting. Behind the counter, you see two small hooded figures, pointed nose, just as sharp as their teeth, that seem to be sort of moving about. One of them is sort of cranking a sort of a little device, which seems to shout out that particular sound that you heard, the words that you were hearing. That sort of come in on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Are those Jawas with all their hoods?
Well, they
Jawas,
are wearing hoods, but
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Are darklings the
the Jawas.
the Jawas of the? I like it. I like the idea. Let's see. Do I have a handout for them? Yes, I do. Here we go. So, you, I think, Ysdred, would have been briefed on what these things are, right? As in, let me just get here. Up. So, let's see. So ancient legends speak of a Seelie Fae who betrayed the Summer Court, the Summer Queen. In her wrath, she cursed every member of his house. The Seelie's Fae true name is stricken from history, and other Fae as the house descendants as Dabshi, which is Darklings. So they ply their trade as thieves, as assassins of. They are extremely sensitive to light, for example, as the curse of the Summer Court does not allow them to. They absorb the light around them in a way, which means that on their deaths they sort of flashbang as well, which is always an interesting side effect. But these things they travel from domain to domain. They are the closest thing to while they're not Shadowfell creatures, but they are they are the closest Fey creatures that would be from the Shadowfell. Does that make sense? They've been cursed into a Shadowfell kind of situation.
Yep.
So definitely a case of, I guess, what would be what would be your feelings towards that, Ysdred? As in this whole population, this whole species or type, basically the sins of the father in a way.
I think Ysdred would feel pity, as long as, because they carry a load that has not been theirs. So as long as they behave, there's no prejudice from Ysdred. More sense of, a bit of pity.
Okay, interesting. Sorry, Tavaren, you were saying something.
No, I don't remember.
Fair. Okay. As you come up, the two sort of look at you, sort of. They see the one sort of cranking doesn't stop cranking because of you approaching. The other one sort of nudges him with an elbow, and yeah, so they might not buy anything. Yeah, but they're here, and you're the selling guy. I'm the marketing. Pointing to the little sort of chest, sort of barking out their advertisement. Nah. Where's Charm when you need her? So, who you guys and what do you want?
Hi. Well,
We're the king's
like-
latest visitors. And what are you selling?
God, I forgot to prepare that. Can't you read? And he sort of he pulls out a sort of maybe some sort of reed or whatnot, and just basically taps a sign. Which, to be fair, the sign was completely blank as you walked up, but as he taps it, there's a list of items that appear.
Okay, that's nice.
So, the items are as follow: available for for a limited time only. A very good thimble. Fingertip not included. Mug of Bumble beer. Has a nice sting to it. Duskmallow pie with decorative bite marks. Bundle of dry wood. Great for starting a fire. Ink portraits. If we have to look at you, so should you. Moonlight monocle. No more fumbling in the dark. And I would add one more to this, as an invisible wand and the means to find it.
Moonlight Monocle could actually be useful for me.
Yeah. If it works.
I guess. Can we test the wares?
What, you don't trust us?
Well, to be fair, you don't have the best reputation.
Ha! Do you hear that? Yeah, it's everywhere. They don't even ask our names and already judge us by reputation. I know. That's racism for you.
So we're not allowed to test them?
I mean, the prices are fair.
Saying
You
that the
can
prices
always
aren't fair.
You can always sell it back to somebody else.
Yes, but I would like to know that it works before I buy it.
So what? You're gonna eat the pie and tell us if it's pie?
No, I would like to try on the monocle. And go into a dark space.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, seeing his unusual size, is actually worried that it might not fit.
Anna, make me a persuasion check.
I think that's a deception check.
Okay. You know what? What are you doing? Are you doing deception or are you doing persuasion?
I mean, if I have a choice, I'll pick deception.
Let's see. Okay.
Years of working your ways with your big brother.
And nobles. Have you seen the nobles?
You can survive in Waterdeep, you can survive anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, they're bad. Insight is a wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they rolled pretty well. They rolled really, really well. But with the 23, I don't think they had not unless it's a natural 20.
They don't really have a chance.
Nah, not really. Not with the +1. Yeah, so they look at him. Yeah, fair enough. Sure, but he can try it on, but we're still holding the chain. As you can see, the monocle has as he sort of you haven't seen it then. So he brings up the monocle, and it's one of those. It's the monocle. The rim. It looks to be made of. I guess some sort of either bone or sort of bone, sort of whitish. Maybe it could be birchwood, so that white, white tone to it, and the glass is almost white, almost sort of opalescent, in a way. You would wonder. At first, it doesn't look translucent. Well, it doesn't look transparent. It looks kind of translucent.
Okay.
So kneel down, big guy. Come on.
Yes.
And so they basically make me a dexterity saving throw. The DC's not
Okay.
high. I just want to know if they poke your eye out or not.
Well, they
Okay.
do, because it's an 8.
I think as you sort of kneel down, you almost have to put. I would think that you would almost go down to almost onto your knees, right, or at least one knee.
Yeah.
And as they place, you take 1 point of piercing damage. As as they install the monocle, it just pokes. It just pokes you, for a second.
But that's the attunement, right?
It's a blood monocle.
Right. I would say so. I just need to verify one thing. Okay. As you look through, Tavaren, do you have dark vision?
No, I don't. Which
No.
is why I was interested in it.
Absolutely. Which means that you now have, as long as you are wearing it, with no attunement required, but you see through one eye, you have dark vision for 60 feet. Well, no, sorry. You have dark vision for the 20 feet that you can actually see in the fog.
Yes.
But yes, essentially, this you realize that the low light around you sort of becomes much brighter.
Okay. Tavaren will be like, oh, well, I need to be a bit more careful with putting it on, but yeah, no, this is very interesting. What would you ask for this?
Let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, it is eyewear, right? Yeah, of course. He wouldn't miss it. Covered up. Right. Yeah, let's do that. We'll ask for the color from your eye.
You see Plum just put a hand and just look at Monarch giving up a color of your own. I have personal experience. I do not advise. But it's your choice. I give you my advice.
Look, hey. I appreciate, my monochrome friend, that you might have some personal experience in the matter, but let the monarch, talk his way. It's his deal, right? If you want to negotiate, we've got lovely colors also. We can try and get you some, but stay out of it.
I can roll a sleight of hand check to make it that it discreetly appears in Tavaren's hand, but Anna is gonna push the thimble that helps you daydream from the carnival into his hand.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You want to use that as barter?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go for sleight of hand.
Okay. It could have been a very good roll.
But it is actually
As in you at some point I think you feel Anna's hand sort of slipping towards yours, Tavaren, and there's that moment where
I get flustered.
You get flustered, yeah, and the pass up.
And you try to grab it. You try to grab it instead of just.
Hey, to be fair, that's basically how me and my partner kind of hit it off. She asked me for a lighter. I didn't hear her, and she held out her hand. And I was like, okay, I'll.
That's so cute.
I have had a date like that where indeed we both accidentally misunderstood what the other was intending. Yeah. That's. So yes, on this based on real life experience, because I knew that, of course. Yeah. Hey, wait. We have a thimble. That's not our thimble. Yeah, but it's a thimble. So, they're peddling merchandise. This is unlawful competition.
We're not what?
Copyright. Come on. We're selling thimbles, and now you're selling thimbles. No, that ain't right, buddy.
Selling. There's no price tag on it. We did not put price offers on it, so it's not selling.
You hear that? It's priceless. Yeah, so are most of our things as well.
There's no advertisement.
We said the prices are fair. We didn't say that they were there.
It's not
selling. Good run, buddy. Yeah.
If you want a thimble, an exchange could be arranged.
Yeah, maybe if you want, we're not selling it, but if you wanted this payment.
Bubble, are they saying what we think we're saying? Yeah, Trinket, they are. They're trying to haggle. Yeah, we told the price. Yeah. The price is now the color of 2 eyes.
We're not haggling. We were just it was just, like you seemed to be interested in the thimble instead. I mean, it was
As
more of a
as an infringement on our selling.
no, we're not infringing on anything. Look, I think
Look,
the price.
you want the monocle, or you don't want the monocle.
I think the price of one color I was fair, but I wanted to have some more information. Would it be completely without color then, or would it be would it be pale, or is it just like a pupil within a field of white?
So the two of them look to each other. Good question. We don't really know, actually.
Hmm.
But I guess that technically... Yeah, how does the magic work again? I don't know. Is an absent of color... If there's no color, is black or
'Cause my
white an
eyes-
absence of color, or it just go invisible? I don't
'Cause my
know.
eyes are
Let's find
green.
out. Yes.
But like I'm curious to see whether I get like one gray pupil or like no pupil at all.
Well, gray is a color, isn't it?
Well, no. Hey, black and white are no color, so gray should also not be a color.
Hey, you know, you're the one defining black, white, and all in between.
No, that's not me. That's not. I did not make those decisions. Because if you say that white is a color and you take away all color, I think usually things become gray if you take away all color.
Look, buddy, we got
Right?
other.
Right?
We've got other customers waiting in line.
Okay, I think I agree, but one eye.
Yeah, one eye, original price. Yeah, original price. I only have one
Yeah.
marble, anyways. Ah, right. Yes. Okay, we agree to the price. So,
Are you sure?
Mhm.
And are you sure it is what you think it means?
I mean, we're going to find out.
If you see the world in one color and with one eyes and with the other eyes you see different color, it's gonna mess up with your brain.
by the way, dark vision is in black and white, anyways.
Yes.
The sort of trinket produces a small marble that he places against.
So you're
So-
saying a trinket produces a trinket?
Yes,
Okay, good.
and Bobble's bubbling. Sort of produces. Yeah, there's a sort of a small translucent marble that he sort of brings up to your eye, and he goes, yeah, you be mine. Shakes the marble a bit.
I think Tavaren will actually chuckle a bit at that one, like,
Is it,
because it's a
"You
good
be
good
mine!"
invitation.
And so
You
and
be mine.
and there's the others can maybe see there's a slight sort of green sort of mist that moves out from your eye into the marble. It becomes a cat eyes marble, right? As in with the sort of that greenish tinge, which you would recognize to be the exact tone of your eye. As you maybe turn towards the others, your iris has turned completely transparent.
Ew.
So you just basically have the eye and that pinprick of the pupil.
So, but like, so the rest, like, so it's a pupil and then like red.
White-ish, yeah.
Oh, I thought like the inside of the eye, like.
No. You don't see the back. No.
Okay.
No. So just the iris goes transparent, and he goes, thank you for the sale," and sort of dramatically sort of tosses the marble behind his back. You hear it ting and roll across the surface. Now, next, please.
I'll make the monocle and put it over the eye, 'cause
So essentially, if you want to look at it, you can. It basically acts as the goggles of night.
Okay.
So you can add that into your inventory and just rename it Darkling
Monocle of Night.
Yeah, no, Moonlight Monocle.
Okay.
Okay.
Goggles of Night. Add to equipment.
And how about yourselves, huh? Can we interest you in a couple
I
of Yes,
I have a question.
sure.
So, he threw that off, right?
Well, yeah, sort of. The marble is now in the back of the little shop.
Is there a way to influence that?
How do you mean?
I mean, I can throw silence spell, and I'd like to deviate the trajectory of that marble so it goes overboard. If you'll allow it.
I don't think there's just the one window counter, which means there's no way outside. They're inside this little shack, right? And he's just throwing it behind, but there is no other entrance to the shack. So there's no way for the marble to fly out from the shack on the other side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, can't it rebound or something? Like, can't I use a rebound to?
With a silence spell?
I'm looking at it.
Silence is just silence.
No, with the sorcery points, you can cast it without gestures and
Yeah.
without words at the same time.
Oh, silent spell.
Oh,
Yeah, silence spell,
okay. The man. I was going.
I
Why are
heard
you
silence
spell
spell as well. I was like,
Yeah,
I was-
the spell silence, which doesn't help in any way, shape, or form to influence objects.
a silent spell, so I don't get,
but which spell? do
It
you
would be
wanna-
subtle spell, but
Yeah.
yes, although
Now I'm going to be asking you this question right here, and I know you're going to protest on my interpretation. Are you trying to steal from them? Because
I don't
Prismeer
want to.
has laws.
What I wanted to do is not really like. I just don't like the idea for it to be rebargained. I want it to end up in the river. But would that be considered stealing if I don't take it afterwards? That's what I'm.
That's misplacing.
No, but what Ysdred doesn't like it's it being a bargaining chip afterwards.
Why would it be a
That's-
bargaining chip afterwards? I mean, the idea is, well, it's the color of his eye.
So yeah, would that be considered stealing or not? Like,
You would be, even if it's to dump it into the river, you are still taking something that belongs to them, that was traded freely and willingly, and making sure that they do not have it. I would consider that stealing.
okay.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying there are rules, and there may be consequences.
Let's say I would have played a trick on them, but stealing maybe not. It was more of the idea of the trick.
Fair enough.
it could also be turned into an advantage. I mean, a locate object spell on a marble with an eye color that we know very well could be a way to find them again at some point.
You are not wrong.
You can just go like, this color, because it's not here, but here.
The other one, please.
The one that I'm saying. Which color? This one. The one that's not here. You're asking me to track a color that's not there?
Check the other eye.
The color from outer space.
Wrong game.
Well. The Far Realm is
It's
somewhere.
the Feywilds.
It's the Feywilds. Yeah. So, does that answer your question, Ysdred?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As Megan's like, okay, next client. So what do you be looking for? As he taps again on the, you can see that the moonlight monocle sort of disappears.
What do you mean it disappears?
As in the
Um,
from the
On the listing.
I was like, what? What they? No. Okay.
Oh, and is replaced with another entry, which is the map of true treasure.
That's gonna be the friends we made along the way, right?
Nice.
And it might be part of a list of Fae-related items that will be part of the upcoming Kickstarter I'm writing for.
Huh?
Might be. A pending approval. Kickstarter launches May 6th.
So what was on that list again? Apart from like,
So,
the
Yeah,
there
can we
was-
have the billboard actually posted somewhere? Because yeah,
Let me do that.
a lot of
give me a
bits
second.
and bobs.
I mean, the monocle was kind of obvious because
Yeah.
Tavaren was the only one without dark vision. Not anymore.
Let's see. Either.
The price is okay, also, you know.
You'll have to find the top hats to match that monocle.
He already has
I'm
the
sure we
title.
can ask the stylist.
Wait, did we already change out of the clothes by that we got
No,
from
we're
the?
still wearing
you are
them.
Still
Oh, okay.
very much
Exactly.
wearing. Remember, you need to wear them as part of the.
Escort.
Yeah.
Yes, which means that I need to take off my inventory because I'm not wearing a leather armor.
Oh, you could wear it underneath.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Ah, okay, here we go. I am going to put this. I'll put this in our Discord. Right. Oops, sorry about that noise. There we go. Put it into the visuals.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
So, a very good thimble, fingertip not included. A mug of bumbled beer, has a nice sting to it. Dusk mallow pie with decorative bite marks. A bundle of dry wood, great for starting fires. Ink portraits, made to custom. If we have to look at you, so should you. The invisible wand and the means to find them. The moonlight monocle is no longer there, and then you have the map of true treasure. You can guess where this is going.
Um,
So, what'll it be? Hurry up, we got customers behind you, and if you can't see them, that's your own fault.
who
I'm
left the bite
curious.
marks in the pie?
Our pie decorator. Hey, it's limited edition.
I want to be a pie decorator. Damn.
I mean,
Like I want to make decorative bite marks on all the pies that someone makes, and then
Not only they're trying to sell us thimbles, Well, we already sell simple, but now he's trying to push in into our cake making business. This
Oh,
guy,
sorry, I'm not. I didn't know that.
This guy.
I didn't know that one of you was the cake decorator. I just thought it was a very cool job.
Are you the cake decorator? No, I'm not the cake decorator. Is it Charm, maybe? Is she the decorator? No. Charm has people decorate her pies for her. Right. No, we don't know who decorated this.
Okay, good.
But it's a whole industry that needs to be respected, and you don't... It's a protected... How do you mean protected? Oh, yeah, because last decorator? Yeah, protection with knives. Oh, yeah. Pie knives.
All right. No, I'm not interested anymore, guys.
Well, then move out of the way. How about you, little guy?
You were talking about Charm. Do you know where she is? Out of curiosity?
Yeah, she's meeting with the local hag.
Oh.
Okay. Good to know.
Why?
For that,
Why are you asking?
You were saying charm all the time, and third time is the charm, so I was curious about the name. It's not my fault.
Because this is Trinket, Bubble, and Charm.
See, so that's why I was curious, you know? It's like curiosity. But
you a cat?
No, I don't have tail, so I don't think I'm cat.
Good. Yeah, we would have killed him. Absolutely. Curious cats, you never know.
Well, about that beer mug, what would you ask for it?
Okay. Here we go. You look like a... Hey, you think you look... Yeah, a little bit. Could be. We're gonna ask for your sense of rhythm. The rhythm in your step. How's that?
No, thank you for offering, but I will refuse, and I'll go back.
It was worth a try.
You don't want us to take your jobs away. You can't take people's jobs away. He needs it.
Oh, that was his job? both of them sort of snicker.
You see his back turned like, okay, it's okay. So do we continue so we can go before?
I'm just curious, where would you ask for the portraits?
For the portraits? I think... Well, considering to be your face on that, how about your good taste?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive for portraits.
Hey, they're custom made.
Oh,
Very
sure
resemblant.
Yeah, but once you've taken a good taste away, we can't appreciate them anymore.
No.
Or all the more.
Well, if they're bad quality
unless the portraits are going to be in bad taste.
Now look at the brain on this guy. Yeah. Tall and moody and... bit of intelligence. Not bad.
All right. Let's wrap it up, people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. Of you, I would like to go.
Yeah. Well, don't stay strangers. No, that's not how it says. I don't care. I don't like them. Yeah, I don't know either. Bye!
Bye.
Not even a word of thanks. No, nothing. You know what? I think I don't like this area. Yeah, they're even worse than the frogs. So you move away from the
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
not necessarily a bad idea.
They're too expensive.
Mm-hmm. No. So, back to the map. Where are you headed to?
Well, considering that we have to explore again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You know what? Let's. I'm gonna do this. No, nothing. Here we go. Explorable darkness. Reveal. Does this help?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That helps for that island. Yes.
Yes. Well, I only have a limited size of screen, so.
Mhm.
Yes.
We
Go.
haven't seen what's over there yet, right?
No, I don't
Behind
think
the
so.
castle.
No,
So-
you have not. But I mean, you could have seen beyond the. You could have seen beyond the windows when you were basically being changed into your new outfits. I believe that is the sum of what you've explored.
Nope. There's people behind the castle.
Wait, just
Frog people
come on.
and a
There we
crocodile,
go.
I think.
Ah.
Yes, that would be the local guards basically.
Yeah.
Then we have nothing to worry about.
No, you do not. As you come in, basically you get the word spreads fairly quickly, or has spread fairly quickly, and you basically get bows from any of the Bullywugs that sort of the Bullywug knights or guards.
A courteous nod back. And
Yes, of course. Your sense of style added to with the monocle added gives you a much a greater air of authority.
but it's the end of his dock, and
I would say that should you wish for there to be a small canoe or something along those lines, there would be one.
okay.
You find there as you sort of start walking up onto, there is a paddle boat that basically at which one of the guards sort of stands up to attention. A paddle boat with the very sort of greenish sort of greenish tint to what used to be maybe sort of a swan or a seagull or some sort of white bird, right? At the back, you have a couple of seats, but at the front, almost within the neck of the bird, there's a small seat with the paddles, basically sort of like a bicycle to paddle this boat forward, where the servant would just go.
All right. Everyone in boat. I'll. Which direction was it? Ysdred to.
It was north, I think.
All right. I'll crawl in the neck of the thing. And
The bullywug is what? That's my sort of no. That's my job. Is the are you going to push him out of? Are you basically going to?
I need to blow off some steam, please.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. But he says, yeah, but how am I gonna get this back? If you go up to if you go directly to the other dock, how am I gonna get this back? And he goes, oh wait, yes, sure, I can swim.
Problem
frogs.
Yes, but he's a boat frog. So, where do you actually? You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to. Let's do that right here. And And control by all players, dynamic lighting,
We get a little
vision,
boat.
and
Oh my.
wait, no, it's yes, night vision. There we go. Can you
There we
see
go.
through the boat?
Yes,
Yeah.
looks like it, and we can control it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes, you can control it. There we go. So this would be sort of the actually, yeah, I think that it would be a. It's not a swan. It's not a seagull. It's somewhere between a seagull and a duck. But you have no
What?
idea. But it's somebody who tried to do a seagull but only ever seen a duck or vice versa, and so it's some strange hybrid in between.
A sea duck. Huh.
Yes. Yeah. A quackle. I don't know.
It's an
So-
albatross.
I'm guessing that Plum is probably the best at like
Yes. Very much.
driving vehicles.
I did also in purpose so we can discuss what we want to discuss without having ears from the court at the same time listening to us.
Absolutely.
So that's why I said like, sure. Well,
Okay.
Okay,
You push up from the
you know,
dock.
you know how to steer this boat, right?
no, I will try. Can you?
No.
I mean, we've managed a slope, another boat to get to here, so I guess we'll figure this one out.
We'll take our time and if you don't know it, you can learn it at the same time. So I'll start to crawl in and
Wait. Where am I? I'm missing someone. Why is Ysdred still up there? Okay.
Because I didn't move my token. I have to switch screens, so I
No worries.
might have some movement delay.
Okay, you let me know.
Thanks. Thanks for moving me. You move me.
I try to with every word.
Oh.
And that applies to you, dear public.
smooth operator.
Smooth as chunky peanut butter.
That was weirdly specific.
Yes.
Well, the more
Moving
you
on.
know.
Moving on. Yeah, so you push off in this sort of quackling what do you, and I think that as you push off, right, as you're taking your time to you do notice sort of a bit further away, there is an other dock, right, just across the way.
Yes.
Well, we'll go to the other dock, I guess.
Yeah.
Start with that already.
Oh, and Ysdred, just so you remember what you decided, where you were sort of guesstimating that direction was toward, let's say, the center of the map. So while
Okay,
you
so we're
while
not
you
moving towards it.
you where you were in the training fields, it felt like it was southwest high. So southwestern direction and up in altitude.
So here and then up.
More or less.
So yeah, we're not moving towards it, just so you know.
Alright.
Do you want to explore a bit, or just take boat and go directly back?
Oh,
We might as well have
whatever
a
you
look what's
prefer.
over here. Also, maybe because maybe this still connects to wherever we need to go.
Yeah, and we're here. We might as well enjoy the sights.
Enjoy the sights within 20 feet.
Yeah, the Hag's entourage. Great neighborhood.
Walk
Not
along
just
the coast a little
anybody.
bit. There we go. Want to follow the path, or do we want to follow the?
Let's explore and see what we can find.
Okay.
Let's see.
We seem to be sitting up.
Actually, Ysdred, can you move just one back to where you were? Just a second. Is Nixie where she is right now?
Yes.
There's you hear sort of
I'm on Nixie's back.
You are on Nixie's back. Okay.
Yes.
There is a remind me, what are you're wearing? You're not wearing any armor, are you?
I am.
What kind of armor?
I think it's leather. Check.
You feel a sort of a pinprick, right? Nothing. Just sort of just like a like
No,
if
it's middle.
It's medium.
Yes.
You feel a pinprick, not enough to do damage, right? But it's just like if something like an insect bit you on the arm, on your sort of this would be your right arm, and as you look, there's a little feathered, almost the size of a toothpick, but with sort of fletching on the end, stuck into the where your in the armor, right underneath the shoulder. And then you feel another one, this time this time just on the bottom of your jaw, and you can hear, "Aim for the middle! Hey! 10 bucks if you could just shoot right through her neck. I've been trying to do that. Yeah, look at it."
Who is attacking? Declare yourself.
Not a chance. You can hear it's coming from. You can just see across from through the fog. You can see the silhouette of a sort of a very large tree, and the voice seems to be coming from the tree, which is a bit higher on this sort of hill, and coming from the top branches.
3.
You can
2. Last chance.
fire,
1.
and then you get another sort of
Thunder
3.
wave.
Thunder. Thunder wave is what, 10, 15 feet?
15.
I get in the it's 15 feet, so I get in range and I send a wave.
Okay. Let me just see something here, because something's gonna happen. So would you please move Nixie into the correct
The
spot?
range, sure.
As so you can hear the voices about 10 feet above you, right? As you move in, and the as you move sort of in underneath the tree, well, this is gonna be for you, and I guess this is gonna be for Nixie. Ooh, okay. So as you move up, there's a creaking of wood as the tree starts to move, almost to defend itself. And a large... So what's your AC?
I think 19.
19? 18. So that's a 23 to hit, as this large branch just rushes, hits you at the middle of the chest, dealing 16 bludgeoning damage. It's
That's
enough
a heavy blow.
Would this be enough force, for example, to throw you from the horse?
Oh, surely.
And as for the and as for Nixie has a sort of has a outré. Come on.
Outraged.
Outrage, hinny, or noise as there's a sort of a large vine sort of grabs her front legs and sort of pulls her down. So currently Nixie is grappled by a large root coming from this tree. As you now notice, there are sort of several holes dot the trunk of a gnarled old tree that grows on the shore of the lake. The tree's lost all of its bark, and just a few withered leaves cling to the end of the twisted, knotted branches. You see one end of a clothesline tied to a high branch in the northwest, going up into the center of the swamp. There are several old garments that hang from the clothesline, but this is something you did. As you find yourself sort of pushed back onto at the bottom, you hear the cackling laugh of four voices going, "Ha ha ha! You did it! Yeah, she fell for it, literally." Do it again! Do it again! Shh! Let her go. So, what are you gonna do about it? You wanna come up and get us?
I didn't hit them.
I am going to. I mean, you were going up for a thunder wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just need to make sure. Okay, this is what I'll ask. Let's say you were surprised you were not expecting the tree to attack, right?
Yes.
Would you still have let go of that thunder wave, or would you held it in?
What do you mean?
As in, you were preparing the thunder wave for a certain situation, expecting the situation to go one way. It went another. Do you still wish? I'm giving you the option to not throw the thunder wave, or do you want to double down on the thunder wave? That's what I'm asking.
I thought that I threw the thunder wave, and it was a reaction to it.
It was a reaction to coming within its range.
Okay. Then she would have thrown it, but more to ungrapple Nixie.
Okay, throw the thunder wave spell. And let's do this.
It's more for like a protection for Nixie rather than.
Thunder wave will do absolute. Oh wait, thunder wave pushes back, right?
Yeah, so to repel the roots.
Okay, we might do that. Okay, thunder wave, Constitution saving throw for the tree blight. That's a 21. So it still takes half damage.
Yes.
Now let's see with regards to these little guys. The sprites are going to. Yeah, that's a 9. Yeah. As you okay. As actually, I guess the thunder wave launches against the tree itself. You can see the tree sort of shake with the impact, with the sound. Plum, Anna, and Tavaren, you hear this explosion happening up on the hill to the west of you.
We'll rush over there.
Here's the thing: is that I'm going to ask you to roll for initiative, all of you now.
Okay.
So let's go for this little guy first. Initiative. There we go. And
I am totally surprised.
I can see that.
Makes sense.
Mintleaf is going to be basically representing the entire sprite community up there. But unfortunately, they are high. They are towards the higher end of the tree branches, so they have not been affected by the thunder thunder spell.
Yeah, especially since she redirected the
Towards
spell.
the tree. Yeah.
Yes, because she wanted to protect Nixie.
Now the as you sort of through that spell, you can see that the roots have sort of maintained themselves into into the earth, right? You can hear the creaking of the wood as it sinks its roots in into the mud and to the wet ground here. But the tree blight definitely sort of turns towards you. You can see now the holes and the shape of the bark. Well, the shape of the wood sort of turn itself into a frowning mouth, a bit like and is definitely going to turn its attention towards you. It does have a certain reach, so okay, yeah. Just so you know, it has a reach of 15 feet. So technically, where you are, Ysdred, it can't hit you. Well, no, wait, sorry. I'm guessing that's where you fell.
Yeah.
Right here, and so so Nixie is very much still in range.
Yep, but is it ungrappled?
No. No. And let's put in a little bit of... let's roll it. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Okay, so we start off with the pixies up in the you can't really see them. They're still covered in the fog from where you are, but you can see movement darting from branch to branch. You realize that the what could have been sort of withered leaves or on the branches are not leaves but sprite wings. As you can see, the leaves sort of jump from one branch to another, almost camouflaging themselves in the last couple of leaves this tree actually has. They are they're gonna just they're not gonna do anything actually. Well, no, okay, they'll just turn invisible. So yep, okay. They're gonna turn invisible and basically hide among the leaves. I'm not going to turn them themselves invisible, just so that I can keep them in the. You know where they are within the that they're somewhere in there. And so you've got Mintleaf, Dandy, Bitsy, and Timpella. So yes, they turn invisible. Anna.
Anna's gonna go towards the sound.
Mm-hmm.
To see what's happening. Come on. 20, 25, 30 feet to get next to Ysdred. What's happening here?
Careful! It's a blight tree. Sorry, I think that's the name.
Yeah, well, definitely the. I mean, if this were a HP, not the Lovecraft one, the other one, this would be the equivalent of Whomping Willow.
Oh.
And as you can see, Ysdred you can feel the bruise on your chest as you've been literally. It hasn't happened in a while, but you've been knocked off your horse. And Anna, you find her almost. I would almost imagine Ysdred falling over, and the head's not just. The head is still sort of attached, right? But it's not in the right position. It's you've landed sort of sliding down. There's a bit of mud covering now your shoulders.
Probably not anymore because she threw a spell, so she collected herself a bit. But the fall might have been less classy.
Oh, well, we can say that the spell and the impact were pretty much simultaneous, right? So for range and whatnot. Right. So Anna, what do you want to do? You're muted.
Sorry, I was coughing. How's the tree looking? Agitated?
It is moving with the wind that isn't there.
Yeah.
And when I say wind, it's more like it looks like it's being tossed and turned into in sort of a high winds hurricane or storm, but there's not a breath of wind.
Okay. So agitated.
Yeah. You can see some of the gnarled branches at the end of the bigger branches almost sort of turn almost like a boxer, waiting for a fight, right?
Ooh, that's a fun. I wanted to throw the calm emotion spells, but it only targets humanoids.
I can assure you that this is not a humanoid.
Yeah, no, I guessed, but...
Calm emotions is only on humanoids?
Yeah, apparently.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah, which is really weird.
Should at least work on beasts or...
Yeah.
They have a specific spell for beasts, I think.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's always been the case. Huh, interesting.
I want a calm plant spell.
Now I'm wondering if sleep is the same thing.
Is that a creature or a monster?
Sleep is creatures.
Sleep is creatures.
I have it open right now, because
That's the next one. Okay.
Yeah. Have we heard from where we were? Did we hear the taunting and the creatures?
I'm pretty sure that yes, because the taunting is still going on.
Okay. Then it's gonna be a fairy. It's gonna be a fairy fire in that tree.
Okay. How big is fairy fire? Is it 20 feet?
20 feet cube.
20 feet cube. Okay, you would be able to
Target.
You would be able to target at least a couple. Let's see if so what is it's dexterity, right?
Yeah. I'll cast it anyway, so you'll have everything.
Okay.
It's a DC 14 dexterity save.
And status, let's mark them as yellow. Or no, pink. There we go. Okay. So all those, so actually, Temporella, you are still invisible. Let's bump you. Yeah, as you throw the sparkles up into the clouds, into the cloud above, you basically fireworks erupt, right? In the way that you usually do things, and three little the whole. Well, first of all, big Barkless. So the tree is. I'm not gonna even have. I should maybe roll for him. Dexterity. Yeah, nope. So first of all, the tree is completely illuminated. Secondly, you can see that there are several of the bunches of leaves or whatever just appear, right? And you can see, and you can now see the 3 of the 4 pixies, for the sprites. One of them going, "Hey, what's going on? You're cheating!"
You're being naughty.
Saying that to an old tree? Come on, Big Barkless, you're gonna let that one tell you off like that? Is that all you want to do?
Yeah, so just quickly for the record, Anna's spell is indeed a kind of powder, but she blows it up to the tree, and yeah, it just sparkles around until it finds its aim.
Okay. Yes, you're. So yes, they are covered in this sort of
fairy dust, almost.
Dust. Yeah, no, I was about to say sprinkles, or no, not sprinkles. Come on, confetti. Glitter. That's the one I was looking for. Covered in this glitter, and they're trying to sort of shake it off, but it's there. You are now in concentration.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they're going, no fair. And basically you have another one that goes, get him. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Ysdred, you're up.
Okay. So need to try to.
I think the taunt the answer to you, Anna, would have been said, no, we're not naughty. This tree is. We're just, or something along those lines. Something clever, which I don't have the mind for today, this morning.
So I'm gonna move. So I can use another spell, like on the roots and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna launch a Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I want those vines off my horse.
At the end of your turn, Nixie will be able to make a test to get out.
Yeah, but I'm doing everything I can to help her.
Go ahead.
So Tasha's Caustic Brew. First time I'm using that. So it's Dexterity 14.
It is not good.
And Dexterity, yeah, I figured that out. And it's a line, so if one of those pests are in the line, too bad for them.
Well, they would be unless you actually aim, sort of high up in an arc, right? There's no chance for them to be in your.
Yeah.
If you're aiming for the, you'll be.
Yeah,
but if you're aiming for the roots, you're not aiming for the branches.
Well, if I'm on the floor, I might as well do a line. But yes.
If you're on the floor, I might as well do a line. Do not take that out of context, people. Okay, that is strange. I don't know why it won't load. We'll see about that. I know later, but yes. There we go. Dexterity. Yeah, that's not going to be. That's a 15. Okay. I think it's not necessarily that it moves out of the way. It's that the roots that you are, it sort of slunks underground, and the caustic sort of burns across the mud, but doesn't necessarily hit it. Is that caustic brew? Is that half on save, or is just all or nothing?
I don't know.
You tell me. You know the spell. You have the spell. Does it say half on?
No.
have a look. Contacted brew.
It's not spelled in the same way the others are, so I
or be covered in acid for the spell duration, or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off. But it is a one and done. So it missed.
Okay, so it's a total miss.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
I mean, look, to be honest, I don't think this thing should have a save because it's so I am going to put in the. I'm just going to have it fail. So that's 6. It is acidated. If that.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a weird word, but it works.
Yes. And so now you are concentrating on that, as in for the next minute, it'll every time it'll take the damage, unless somebody sort of goes in and scrapes it off. But yeah, definitely so go for Nixie. This would be a unless you're done with your turn.
I cannot really do more.
Okay. So it is a DC 15 athletics or acrobatics for Nixie to get out of there. Do you want me to roll or do you want to?
I'm looking if she has any acrobatics or
No.
but I don't think
It'd
so.
be strength
no.
18 or dexterity 12. So I'm guessing you're going to go with a. Why are you?
No.
Wait, what?
It's not that.
Sure. I just wondered why you went for dexterity rather than strength because you had a +4. But.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyways,
I didn't understand.
Unfortunately, that is not. Nixie does not manage to get out. As the DC is 15, and even if you had done the +5, it would have not. You would have just had a 14. So until the grapple ends, the target takes at the start of each of their turn 1d6 + 6. So d6. Okay. So Nixie takes 7 damage as the roots sort of pull her towards the tree, basically. Okay. Tavaren, that would be you.
Yes. So there. Can I get a ping from where the sound is coming from? Because. Right.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, the weird thing is, I still don't see the tree from here. Like, I see roots.
Those would be.
Yeah.
Actually, those are. Well, technically, they're not the.
They're the branches.
Oh, the branches. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to have.
That's a 20 feet vision for you.
Yeah.
Is this better?
I mean, it's illuminated, so yeah.
Slightly.
There's a fire. There's a fairy fire on them, so.
Yeah.
So wait, we're under attack. And
Those pixies are being naughty, and the
Wait.
tree as well, I guess.
What are we fighting? The pixies or the tree, or both?
Both.
The tree
Alright.
first.
You know what?
Okay, I'm half health, and Nixie has taken also.
We'll cast a wither and bloom on the tree.
Ooh.
That's heavy hitting.
Ouch. Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
So-
Not too bad. it is a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. And in the 10-foot radius sphere, so I'm not sure if the pixies are also getting hit.
Oh, it's a 10-foot.
10-foot radius sphere. I mean, I'm aiming it at the tree trunk.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not sure how high the thing is.
Well,
but like, if
the
if the
tree
pixies are
itself,
in the branch is 10 foot up, then
the tree is huge, right? So it's a 3x3, so it's at least 15 feet up, and
Yeah.
the sprites
I'm assuming some of the pixies are getting hit then.
I would say roll a d4 for me.
All right. That's a 1.
Yeah, you maybe get 1.
Okay.
As in, maybe what you do is you basically target one of the pixies, and which is sitting on the branch, and therefore you get the tree as well.
Oh no, I was really aiming for the tree trunk, but I guess it's more like they're going higher
Yeah, they're in the
up
branches.
in the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's just say it's just the tree then. Okay. Go ahead. I need to make
A Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Ugh. That's wow. Okay. I just rolled a 3 and a 1, so that's an 8 and a 6.
Oh, it has advantage or something?
No, it's just that
Oh.
I always roll twice. But even if it had advantage, it would have never gone. Oh, but it did have advantage on its initiative. Okay. Well, I guess it got the first hit. So it takes 5.
5 necrotic. And wait, are we? No, we're not within 10 feet. So we will not be healing in the same time.
Okay. What was it? Is it within 10 feet of the target? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just within the area. It does both damage and healing.
Oh, but it
we're
has to be
not
within the area. Okay. I guess. No, 15 feet. Okay. Plum, you're up. Unless Tavaren, you have
Okay.
something else you want to do?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Plum.
For good old sake, let us rage. Can you
Okay.
make me one size bigger, please?
Range!
Yeah.
Range!
There we go.
You. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And then I'm gonna smack it.
Just remember that the squares are 10 feet.
I run 40 feet. So
Yes, you were
I was
here. Yeah, not a problem.
40 feet. So I'm gonna run towards it. If you do not come down, I shall bring you down. And bonk.
Bonk.
For an 11.
You bonk, but it is not difficult to hit this tree. It is very difficult to do damage to it. So unfortunately, your warhammer does not. Well, you're not a warhammer. It's a croquet mallet. Your croquet mallet unfortunately just doesn't sink into it. Just hits wood to wood. There is no. Basically, yes, it is not enough. It has a higher AC.
Okay. And that's it. I'm a big boy, and I'm just in front of it. And are those little things in grabbing distance now? Because I have more reach, also. Just out of curiosity.
What is your reach with the? Does your reach increase with the subclass?
Yes. My reach increases by 5 feet. So I have a reach
so
of
you
10
would be 10. So you would be 10 feet, 15. I would guess so, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think
you just see a very big smile on Plum, like.
Get up, Barkless! And so Big Barkless is going to it's going to go 1 branch attack on you. That is a 15.
That just hits.
That is a 21. So divided by 2, that's 10 bludgeoning. And it is going to try and grab you. Right. So that is a 13 to try and grab you.
That is a 15 that I have.
Okay. No. And as a bonus action, it is going to basically shake or sort of bite Nixie. Ooh. Oh no, reach 5 feet. So basically, it starts bringing in Nixie closer. There you go. At that point, that's going to be its turn. Mintleaf and Ozad. Okay. You basically see, with the help of the fairy fire, these three sprites basically whoosh in sparkles of flying behind, and they basically shunt into into some of the different holes within the tree trunk, basically, and go and hide inside. Get him! Get him! Bite their legs off! So technically, they are within they're within the tree.
Okay.
So I'm bumping them now because they are not visible technically, though you can actually see the light emanating from inside the tree trunk. Anna
is going.
By the way, Ysdred, throw me the damage for the
Yes. For the caustic.
For the caustic, yeah.
Six.
Okay. Right. So Anna, please.
Yeah, I'm just checking something. Oh, interesting. It's good that I checked. So the Warlock lost the charming, the Fey Warlock lost the charming effect that it had.
Oh yeah,
previously.
yeah.
Yep. Interesting.
I will say, now that you've seen at least a little bit of combat, you realize that the tree blight is unable to move. It cannot. It is rooted.
Yeah,
it is rooted in place, right? The roots can sort of act, but it is rooted in place.
Well, I can't do it magically. It doesn't mean that I can't do it. Anna is going to try and project, with help of prestidigitation, her voice, and simply ask, "What do you win in attacking us? We are going to destroy your tree, your home. What are you looking for by this unprovoked attack?" And I can add a performance or intimidation on it if you want.
Go ahead. If you wish, yeah. Go ahead.
I'll use my heroic inspiration to take the 19. Well, the total 25.
Okay. I guess the answer that comes out is just because it's fun, and the tree's gonna stomp you anyways.
Sit now.
They feel quite confident that they are safe within those gnarled that gnarled tree.
Okay, so that was my action for this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you went for performance. Okay, instead of intimidation.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The effects are the same. The maybe you sort of, if you even had intimidated them or whatever, they would have just sort of crawled back in. Not necessarily an effective method, but I applaud it.
No worries. I just wanted
Yep.
to warn. It was a fair warning and a fair interrogation.
Okay. Ysdred, go ahead.
I think I'm going. Okay, this thing is not bloodied at all.
No.
Yeah, that's why I feared. I'm wondering what would be better between a firebolt but low damage, even though it's fire.
I mean, it is an
Or a-
old tree, which means I believe Firebolt does light things on fire.
I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
confirm.
But I can do probably better with a chromatic orb with fire.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think I'm gonna throw a chromatic orb.
Actually,
Yes.
Anna, no, keep it. Roll the spell. Anna, could you make me an insight check?
Yep. That's a 17.
17. With that 17, and it's not going to stop the chromatic orb. You might. I mean, the way they answered you. The fact that you were fighting the tree blight is most likely what they want.
What?
As in, they are enjoying your fight because that's exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. Nasty little bugs.
Yep. So that makes you wonder, what's the tree's role in this? Chromatic orb. Yep. 23's a hit, so go ahead, do the damage.
$13.
Okay,
That's pretty low.
and that is fire damage.
Yes.
Okay, so technically, I mean, it's not going to be. It is not vulnerable. I guess there's just too much moisture in the air. But definitely, and does chromatic orb light things on fire or not? Is that worded in there? I know firebolt it does word it, but I don't know about chromatic orb.
I'm reading. It's not written.
Okay, so there's not it's just a one and done.
Shouldn't light things.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Nixie is going to can try and roll that strength check. Does have advantage because of the acid and I guess with the acid and the bloom as well.
So another strength.
Yeah.
Too many tabs.
I can do it if you wish.
Yeah, please. It's
Okay.
a bit of a hassle.
Nixie, here we go. Strength. That's a 23. So Nixie is
Should
freed.
work.
She can,
Perfect.
and I'm guessing by instinct she's gonna move away.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to. She is gonna move. Most likely in your direction. There is going to be a whomping attack of opportunity. With the branch. That's a 22 for 17. So I believe that puts Nixie at 1 hit point.
Yeah. Go, Nixie, go.
But now, apart from Plum, none of you seem, as the tree sort of, the tree branches move and sort of shake and run, you realize that the only person that is actually in range of this rooted tree is Plum.
Plum, get out of there.
Tavaren, you are up.
I mean, are we going to try and teach these fucking little shits a lesson?
Oh yeah,
and,
I
and
have a
take down
plan
their
for
tree,
that.
or
Not a tree. They want us to fight a tree. Them. They're the problem.
I can grab them.
Your
We're
hands are
inside.
too big to fit inside the knots where they've been hiding. You could maybe
I will
poke.
punch.
You will poke inside. But...
So Tavaren is going to because it's a touch range, yes. Tavaren is going to walk over to Plum, touch him,
Yeah.
cast protection from from evil and good.
Okay.
Yeah. And then back out again. Which might mean that I'm gonna. Oh wait, I can't get a.
Already used the reaction.
Yeah, I used my reaction already. Damn, and I wasted on the horse.
And that's my turn. I will just protect Plum from so that he can stay in there without as much problems.
Okay.
I look.
Right,
I look for 5 seconds for some seconds to Anna. Anna, with a very big booming voice.
Yes.
I will. Can I try to hit where the pixies are?
The pixies are inside the trunk.
Yes, no, but like on the entrance, maybe. I guess.
And it's impossible for me to grab them. At least one of them.
Make me okay. You know what? I will. But I will add them. Sure, but
Like
I'm gonna give them an extra.
Full cover,
Cover.
I would say.
Well, it's not gonna be full cover because full cover means that you wouldn't be able to target them. But I will. What is the fair? Should I put up their AC or give you disadvantage? I could technically do both. No.
Well,
No, you know what? I'll just up their AC. So you drop the mallet, make me an unarmed attack. So this would be because you're looking for a grapple, right?
even to be full fair, if you give disadvantage thanks to the fairy fire of
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So to be completely honest, I'll do a straight roll. A straight roll and with their AC up. To be fair completely.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, actually the fairy fire is what allows you to know where they are mostly.
Exactly.
Okay, so the AC has gone up to 20. So make me an unarmed attack.
I can only try. I'm gonna
Ooh.
use my heroic inspiration for that.
Okay.
And-
So
It's gonna be a very
Yep.
big roar. It's gonna be a very big roar. I'm gonna be like, you will no hurt nobody else. Grab one,
okay.
and I will turn my hand in front of Anna with the little one in my hand.
Okay, roll me a d4 for me, just to see who you managed to catch.
3.
3. That would be Dandy. So I'm gonna move.
And if it's an unarmed strike, the
Yes.
person takes 5 damage also.
Do you want to do the damage?
It just grab and put it in front of, like, turn it to show it to the others, like, I got one.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say these things have 2 hit points. So,
No.
So if
No,
you
no,
do
no,
damage,
no killing.
it
No.
pops like a party
No.
favor.
No popping. The intention is to grabbing them, not to hurting them.
Okay. So you have now you reach inside. There's a bigger knot. There's a bigger knot on the tree, or a bigger. There's a moment where it sort of opened up, and you're going ha, and you grab it. You fish around, and you grab this little thing, which is, I mean, it's like catching. It is smaller than your palm at this point, right? Because you are large and it is tiny. So it's like holding a fly in your hand. You can feel the pixie buzzing in your palm. Almost, I would guess, not enough to do damage, but you can hear you can feel the pricks of it as it's trying to stab you with whatever implement it has in hand. And you can hear, all of you can sort of hear from the muffled, "Help me! Help me!"
Got one. And I'll look at the others and I'll stand ready.
Yeah, I would exit the trees area if you have one.
I mean, technically, you could.
Yes. And even if it was an attack of opportunity, you would have disadvantage. Thanks
That
to
is
speed.
very true. That is very true.
Yep.
Okay.
Protection.
As you move about, you can see that as the I would say, as we're closing off it, I would say that as you reached in to try and grab at least one of them, shoot out 2, because we don't see the 4th, because the 4th is still invisible, but we see shoot out 2 of the sprites in fully fairy fired, sort of basically disperse into the fog, into the swamp, disappearing. And the big Barkley still is sort of moving around, trying to find you. You can see the rumble in on the ground as the roots try and break the mud to try and catch something. It is fighting blind basically in around you. With this horrible creaking of wood that's, again, sounds like a tree caught in a storm. But we are going to exit initiative in this case. And with that, we're going to take our break. First break for this session. Yes, Plum has a bird in hand. Let's see what they can do with it.
A bird, a fairy. No?
Yes, well, yes, in a sense. Okay. To my players, we're going to take a little break, go get some food, go get something to drink, and for you lot, we will see you next time. You know the time, you know the place.
Yes.
See you then. Bye.